Good evening, gentlemen. We're still waiting on young Master Chris, and I see nobody watching. So I'm talking to myself. Anyways, Chris is going to be on tonight too. Oh, now there's 5 of you. Oh, great. So I'm guessing that's Ape and Outlaw and Riggs and Cubbing all in here having a good old time. Well, gentlemen, tonight we have sort of a tragic hero, Deshaun Watson, who is, by all accounts, a real scumbag. But hey, it's Indy and JR too. Good job, guys. Hello, how you doing? Deshaun Watson did not want to have a wife. Deshaun Watson did not want to have a girlfriend. So, like our brother RPM, he availed himself of the local massage parlors in and around Houston. And Deshaun Watson, being a virile young man, decided he wanted a happy ending to his massages. Can you guys hear me okay, or do I need to shut the door and get rid of the noise? Anyways, so MeToo and all, or listen to all women, or believe all women, or whatever the fuck those people are, have decided that Deshaun Watson needs taken down a peg because he wasn't following the prescribed order. How can you get raped in divorce court if you don't get married? So 24 young ladies around the Houston area who are all sex workers, every single last one of them, don't let them fool you, they were all sex workers, filed lawsuits on Deshaun Watson for wanting more than his massages. Two grand juries were convened, and both grand juries threw out the charges against Deshaun Watson. The DA found 3 times that there was no evidence to charge Deshaun Watson with any crimes. None of these ladies were credible criminal witnesses. So let's get this out straight. Deshaun Watson was buying happy endings for his massages, but there was no crime committed other than like purchasing poontang. Hey, Reverend's here. Chris Mitchell. Welcome. Anyways, Deshaun Watson is being framed. He is being framed by these young ladies because now that the criminal cases have been thrown out and he's been found to have committed no crime that was worth prosecution, they're going to try and get him in civil court for the same thing, even though there was no crime. Can you guys believe that? This seems like a desperation move on the part of MeToo and believe all women, because Deshaun Watson committed no crime, but they're going to try and get him 2 ways. They've already convinced the NFL to suspend him this year, so he's not going to be able to collect his paycheck from the Browns. They are ruining his reputation, and he is not going to be able to endorse any products, because who wants to have Deshaun Watson, known woman abuser, as their spokesman to sell their tennis shoes or their cereal or anything else? Well, guess what? They're also trying to get him with punitive damages. So they're going to try and take away all of his money making potential and then take away all the money that he has saved up. Deshaun Watson has a very, very checkered past. He got in trouble when he was playing for Florida, and he decided that he wasn't going to be playing the game anymore with these ladies. And I'd like to welcome the Emperor of Canada himself, Chris Mitchell.
Hello. Sorry I'm late, brother.
It's all right. You're on BC time.
Yeah. But I just lost track, so I finished up real quick and ran upstairs. So I made it. But yeah, no, what you were saying with this guy, yeah, you're absolutely right. They couldn't get him in federal court. Now they want to take him to civil court and try again because they know their chances there are fucking higher.
Right. The standard of evidence is lower than in criminal court.
Yeah, absolutely. But they don't realize that the payouts are lower too, generally.
Well, it certainly broke Amber Heard.
Yeah, well,
I'd also like to welcome JR, Mr. Hemi 4-Speed, and D-Man 50, my very first sub. So
I reached out to Hamster. I gave him all the details. We were kind of chatting back and forth. I don't know if he's coming or if he'll make it, but I did reach out.
Well, I reached out to Hammerhand, but he didn't write back. I didn't expect him to either. That guy has so many things going on. I don't know how he does it all.
Cocaine?
No. You can tell he's too fat for cocaine.
I don't think so. I mean, I know fat cokeheads.
I don't think he's a cokehead. He's that would go against his morals, ethics, values, and principles. Something Deshaun Watson could have used, and if he had used them, he wouldn't be in this trouble he's in right now.
Well, Jesus, the guy got to get laid once in a while.
Yeah, apparently Deshaun Watson liked to get laid a lot.
Yeah, well,
and
okay, so
I don't know if he was getting laid or if he was just getting the old blowy and the occasional tuggy. Because none of the charges are for penetration. It's all about oral and inappropriate touching with his penis.
Who the fuck knows with the nuts?
Well, I didn't hear anything about the nuts. It was only the penis.
No, I meant their nuts.
Welcome, Polska. Anyways, how is it possible that these ladies can all go in and register these charges against Deshaun, and they're all named Jane Doe?
That's another weird one.
That's against, because according to the jurisprudence that I studied when I was in civics class in high school, you have the right to confront your accuser. Are these laws set up to be sexist against men?
Would you
where they protect the women from the additional trauma?
Trauma. Yeah, because
if they're making these accusations and dragging his name through the mud when it's been 5 times, 3 times through the DA and twice through 2 separate grand juries, there was not enough evidence to charge him with any crime. That doesn't prove his innocence, but it does highly, highly, highly indicate that he is not a criminal.
You would think. But
Brandon, yes, it is, Bob.
Don't you know we're all criminals? That's the frame that the courts have taken. That we're all criminals.
So I think it's terribly unfair that the woke NFL, before the man is even convicted, is suspending him.
Well, they
with
should be
no
fucking.
evidence of a crime.
Yeah, they
None.
should get it too.
And NFL is not going to compensate him because the players' union is backing the NFL up on this.
Really?
Yes.
So his own union is what gone against him?
His own union has gone against him. The NFL corporate has gone against him. The Cleveland Browns are going, oh my God, we just hired this guy who's going to play quarterback for us. Because he's a decent quarterback. He's not great, but he's decent. He's in the top 25% of quarterbacks in the NFL.
So here's the question: if that's their position on stuff like this, right? And of course, men with enough money are gonna fucking want to go out and get handies and stuff. They're gonna want to have their treats, right? They've earned
Yeah.
it. If that's their position, what are they gonna do when nobody will work for them?
Well, Robert Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots, got busted having sex in a massage parlor. But did they suspend the whole New England Patriots team that Robert Kraft owns? No, they did not. They're not applying things equally. Deshaun Watson, they figured, was low-hanging fruit because he's a scumbag. Robert Kraft is, an established member of the community and an owner of in the NFL and all kinds of stuff. And they didn't get after him hardly at all. Same thing, just not this number of repetitions.
I don't know why they're fucking letting any of this go through at all, but again,
yeah,
we're always the guilty party, right?
Right, always. And he has been convicted, like it says in the intro, guilty until proven innocent.
Yep. 100%, my man. 100%.
We have other scumbags out there breaking their kids' arms, beating them until they've got, beating their children until they've got welts all over their body. Mm-hmm. But as long as they're running 100+ yards a game, or catching the ball for 100+ yards a game, depending on who you're talking about. Whether it's that guy from the Vikings, Peterson, or the really fast guy from the Chiefs, the Hall.
Familiar with him.
Well, the Adrian Peterson beat his kid with a switch until he had bruises all over his body, raised welts. I got beat when I was a child because I deserved it, but I never had raised welts on my body. You have to really hit somebody hard to have like the lump where it hits you.
Yeah.
And his kid was like 5 or 6, and he was beating the fuck out of him. Hall, Dante, I can't remember Hall's first name. Anyways, Hall shook his kid so bad that he broke his arms, broke the funny bone, the humerus.
Or humerus, yeah.
Yeah,
Jesus
you gotta shake
Christ.
the shit out of the kid to do that.
Yeah, that bone don't break that easy.
No suspension, nothing. And doing actual physical harm where crimes were committed, child abuse was happening.
Well, we had a single mother here who, is a local, right? And she let her boyfriend beat her fucking 5-year-old to death. And I think she got 2 years. I don't even know if he got that long. Like, are you fucking serious? But dads aren't good enough. Real biological dads, they're the problem. Right? But yeah.
Yep. So. But anyways, Deshaun Watson is not charged with any crimes. they've looked over his life with a microscope.
And yet they still entertain these broads.
They've got lawyers, and this is that whole MeToo movement trying to push back after Amber Heard laws.
Oh, dude, have you seen the shit she's still saying out there? She's looking to get
I
sued
see that
again,
stuff,
dude.
but she's not credible anymore.
She still seems to get an awful lot of fucking attention for it.
She gets a lot of attention, but it doesn't mean that anybody's going, I don't know, look at that crazy bitch.
I couldn't fucking believe it, dude. She just went out there and started all over again.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't know if I should say that. I should be able to believe that, no problem.
All right, Chris, hang on. I've got to get Polska Bob his wrench.
Okay.
And JR's not gay.
Are you sure?
Well, Johnny Midnight thought that JR's gay, but he's not.
Oh. No, the fact that they entertain any of this shit, man, is nuts. But then again, that's the fucking crazy society we live in now. And they wonder why fucking, we want nothing to do with it. They really shouldn't have to wonder. So. It is what it is, man. All we can do is fucking look after ourselves. If you're going to go fucking play these games, have a good cover story. Fake fucking profile, identity, whatever the fuck it is you need, but definitely nothing. Do not use your real information. Jesus, Brandon, have we got this figured out? Anyway, how's everyone else doing? I think we're all having a bit of hot weather coming through in most of the Midwest and the West Coast. So, Jesus, I think Bob was saying it's about 100 degrees or something down there. And I know it's probably pretty close to that in a couple places here.
Well, Bob, I added everybody except you as a moderator. I couldn't find you in YouTube.
That's because you're racist. That's all.
Yeah.
Clearly.
I see Bob on StreamYards, but I don't see him on YouTube. It's fucking weird.
That is weird.
Yeah, it got hotter than hell here today. We're supposed to cool off tonight. I can see a front moving through north of us, but I don't know if it's going to get here or not.
No, like I said, we had a little bit of a cold snap a few days ago, but fuck, today is just back to scorching. And I had a fire going outside, trying to get some wood ash for my garden. But it's just so fucking muggy out there. I had to put an end to that. And the fucking mosquitoes, Jesus Christ. So what are they saying about how many counts is it?
24.
24. So 24 different women, 24 different accounts, and they're entertaining them all in like a cluster or what?
Well, they they several different several different lawyers. I get mosquitoes and lawyers mixed up sometimes.
Well,
Bunch of
they're the
blood
same.
sucking parasites. I can't tell one from the other.
Yeah,
I
they're
think
the
the only
same.
difference is one carries a briefcase.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're exactly the same.
I just put the link to the StreamYards in the chat, so if anybody wants to join in.
Ooh, might have to be an earlier night for me tonight.
Yeah.
Staying up way too late lately.
Yeah, well, you always do.
I know, it's because just can't seem to end shit.
Hey, Midnight, how old are you?
Johnny?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's got to be in the... I think he's around 50, isn't he?
He says he's older than me.
Oh, my Jesus. Well, maybe he just has youthful attitude.
He must. Corey, I've had wives younger than you. Okay, you're still a baby, Johnny. I'm 55. And the best beard in MGTOW, Mouth Agape Ape, turned 50 this year.
Oh. He just had the birthday recently, didn't he?
Yeah, I think he did.
So they canceled out his contract completely?
No, they traded him.
Oh, they just traded him. Well, I guess, it's their fucking loss, right? If he's a decent player, it's their fucking loss. Whoever gets him, who did pick him up? Brandon?
I couldn't hear you over that truck.
Who picked him up?
He was traded from the Houston Texans to the Cleveland Browns. And some of you guys follow football, others don't. But the Texans their front office has been insane the last couple of years. They've been making some really stupid moves. They didn't have a very good coach or a general manager, and the owner was a control freak.
According to the messages he put out, it seemed like he was just wanting to clear his name, because of course they're calling him the rapaeus, right?
Yeah.
And he just wants it fucking done with, but they just will not let it go because they can smell that there's a few fucking bucks in the air, right?
Oh yeah. And he's going to have to fight it with all the money he can because nobody, and I mean nobody, is backing him up.
Yeah.
Except for people like us. And now, the best beard in MGTOW. Welcome, brother.
Good evening.
That fine face gauntlet there. My goodness gracious.
It's getting thick. Getting thick.
How you guys manage those things in the summer? Jesus.
Well, it keeps the skeeters off your cheeks.
Yeah, I let liberal tears wash it out every morning.
Oh, beautiful. I love
the moisturizer.
Liberal tears do make good moisturizer, yes.
Yes, they do.
And, because they're such a fucking common commodity, they're extremely cheap and easy to get.
Yeah, well, I was growing this beard for a beard off with a buddy of mine because I was going to go up to Livingston, Montana the weekend after the 4th of July and go do the boat float. But the Yellowstone River and all the rivers around there seem to be a little above flood stage, we'll say.
Nice. Well,
they closed down Yellowstone Park and evacuated everybody.
Yeah.
They're doing I just saw an advertisement because they do a river float in the nearby community here every year. Of course, they didn't do it last year because of the COVID thing, right? But it looks like it's back on this year. Dude, it's a fucking 24-hour event. And when you fucking come to like their off spot, you've only moved like maybe 5K down the road. That's how fucking windy this river is. And it's literally like you start 5K away if you were to take the road. But
Yeah, this one is 3 days, and we only did 2 days last year, but we were on the water for 19 hours over the 2 days, and we floated 61 miles.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember what the actual overall like length of it they said it was, but I was kind of thinking I'd take part in it this year, but fuck, I'm such a white motherfucker. I burn real easy.
Me too, and you know what I found that works?
Me too. Them's fighting words.
Okay, me also.
That's better.
Coppertone SPF 70.
Yeah.
It works. I used it, and I did not get sunburn. The only place I had a burn was I was wearing some sandals, and where the little slots were in the sandals, my feet got a little burned right there, but the rest of me stayed. I couldn't believe it.
God damn.
I was lathering it up pretty good, though. I've got that European white bread heritage. I burn like crazy. I don't tan. I burn, and then it tans.
Yeah, well, I mean, my families are from England and Ireland, so I mean, you know, you got rainy and cloudy and rainy.
Oh, you got 2 seasons.
Yeah.
Hey, you're forgetting the fog.
Yeah, well, fog as well. Fog is for like midday things, you know. Then
I
clears
forgot.
up.
Fog is just ground clouds.
Yeah. What's up, brother? Easy. Yeah, no, like fucking, dude. I think I got burned one year. It was so bad on the back of my legs because we were out in the boat all day fishing. I got burned so bad, dude. Like they thought I was gonna have to get skin grafts or some shit. Like emergency fucking rush to the hospital. I was like, fuck that. Put some rags on there and some calamine lotion. We'll call her today. But that was horrible. Fucking
So you
horrible.
were a British Columbia lobster, huh?
I was actually in Alberta then.
Oh,
Yeah.
those are even more rare, farther from the ocean.
Yeah. Yep, definitely.
Did they give you Viagra to keep the sheets off your legs?
No, they didn't. They didn't. I was pretty young then. I don't even know if Viagra was really that big of a thing then.
You know, if the sheets stay off your legs for more than 4 hours, you should consult a doctor.
That's
Right.
true.
Or at least a head nurse.
Hey, if you got something to slam it to, I mean, where's the problem here?
Well,
What
weren't
the
we
fuck?
just talking about that?
Yeah.
About this football player getting the happy endings?
Yeah, that's true. You can't even trust a prostitute anymore. What's life coming to?
No. Yeah.
The oldest profession in the world, and now they're giving themselves a bad name.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Who's that old gal that was going after Trump?
Stormy
Stormy
Daniels.
Daniels.
I blame
Jesus.
her. You know, she
What
gave
the-
prostitutes a bad name.
She really did. She was
And
literally
her
a whore
lawyer
herself
gave
out.
lawyers a worse name. Old Avenatti.
Yeah, he's in jail now.
Is he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he couldn't make his Ferrari payments, and then he got caught trying to blackmail people.
Wow.
And on top of all that, his family's cab company
Mhm.
was actually a front for laundering money for the mob.
No. Holy fuck. They're taking
I knew
corruption.
you can't trust anybody with a pinky ring.
Dude, you're taking corruption to a whole new level.
Yeah. Well, you know,
shit
that's what I like. That's what I liked about living in Eastern Europe. Corruption is available to every level of society there.
Hmm.
You know, here it's only the elites that get to have the sweetheart deals and buy their way out of shit.
Yeah.
In Eastern Europe, you know, if something's going wrong, you're like, hey, you know, maybe we can work something out. And generally, you can.
Yeah,
You must have watched. Did you watch that short the other day with that Tate or whatever his name is when he was talking about that? Why he wanted to live in Romania?
Oh yes, that's the PUA, right? The one that just got arrested.
Yeah.
I'd have to say he's put out some really good comments, and that's like he was the one I actually kind of gave a bit of credit to as a PUA when it came to at least the points he made, but not what he was doing, obviously. But yeah, he stated that he liked living in a place where everybody was able to bribe somebody. If I want to bribe somebody, I can. If the politician wants to bribe somebody, they can, to get out of a speeding ticket or some shit. And he's like, that's how it should be. Yeah, he's right. You should be able to fucking do it on both ends. Shouldn't just be for fucking elitists, right? Like, oh fuck. Who was it that her husband just got caught for fucking DUI?
Pelosi.
Yeah. You think he'll ever see any fines? You
They
think
dropped the charges.
Oh, well, there you go. There you go.
And even if the guy had seen fines, he's a billionaire.
Yeah, but we wouldn't get that.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers.
I bought 200 cases of baby formula because I could see this coming.
No, nice. That's what you're drinking, eh?
That's how he gets his beard so full.
Gross. You got to use
No, I'm
regular
actually drinking
milk.
Bomber Mountain Saddle Bronc Brown Ale. It's out of Sheridan, Wyoming.
Yeah.
And it's delicious. You're into aviation history. Do you know the story behind that name, Brandon?
I wasn't paying attention to you. I was posting a StreamYard link.
Oh, Bomber Mountain. It's in Sheridan, Wyoming. They named it after they had lost. I wanted to say it's a B-29. Is that a Super Fortress?
Yeah.
Go Bombers. I believe one of them crashed into the mountaintop up there. Our Bomber Mountain is actually one of their beers. It's the Blacktooth Brewery is the name of the brewery, but Bomber Mountain, it was their flagship beer, and then they came out with this is Saddle Bronc, but yeah, they named it because somebody crashed a bomber on a training flight up there back in the day. So
that's gotta suck.
Yeah. There are a lot of people that die in training accidents.
Yeah. Well, some of the flight training is when you're doing your instrument stuff and the weather ain't cooperating, especially back in the day when the 29s were flying, those instruments were good. The maps were good, but they weren't exactly right. And if you say didn't reset your runway altitude when you took off in the morning exactly, you might just fly into the top of a mountain and think you were okay.
Yeah.
They didn't have radar altimeters back then or anything like that.
Yeah, and you're flying up there at Sheridan. You're flying over the Bighorns, which aren't as big as the Rockies, but it's still a substantial range.
Yeah, it's still, that rock is still harder than aluminum.
Yeah, the mountain doesn't have to be big. It's just got to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it's in your way, it's going to win. We used to talk about when we were truck driving and stuff. It's like, well, the upside to truck driving is if you get into an accident, you're the bigger unit usually, so you'll win that fight. But against a mountain, it really doesn't matter.
And we've had a couple of real bad incidents for people around here this last couple of days. A guy I work with, and I've worked around him. He's actually was one of my apprentices, I believe. He's had problems with women ever since I've known him. and he had 2 kids from one wife, 2 kids from another one, and his third one just had their second kid, I believe. And 2 mornings ago, as I was pulling into the parking lot at work, he was living across the road from work there. And the story, I don't know for sure, allegedly, he got into an argument with his old lady, and he had custody of the second marriage's kids, and they're probably not quite teenagers yet, maybe early teens. And then he's got like a 4 or 5 year old, and then a 3-month-old. He got in a fight with her. She said she was going to divorce him. This is all hearsay, though. And he pulled a gun out and shot himself in the chest in front of all of them.
Wow.
And he lived. He's alive.
Yeah, but I mean, he's going to lose.
He's
all
in an
those
ICU
kids.
unit, but yeah, I mean, to do that in front of your kids too. That's
Yeah.
you know.
Like,
Well, they sure know how to push our buttons.
I know, man, and I understand. I guess with the lack of information, people would fucking go for it a second time, but not these day and age. Like, dude, it's everywhere. The information of what's going on in a family court is everywhere.
Oh, we have some breaking news here. C.J. Wilkins. Deshaun's mistake was asking for a trade with an owner who's desperate to retain his last cash cow of a franchise player. Original attorney for the 22 false accusers was the owner's next door neighbor.
Oh,
the plot thickens.
wow.
The plot thickens. I know Deshaun Watson was not happy playing for Houston and all the terrible trades they were making. Every time Deshaun would get a good receiver, they'd trade him away. You know, they were paying huge money for J.J. Watt, and Watt hasn't been, you know, a dominating player for at least 5 years.
Yes, but at the same time, wrong is wrong, man.
Yeah, and so it looks like the men have joined up with the MeToo women.
Oh, of course. That'll be their new tool
to
in their
screw
arsenal.
poor Deshaun.
Yeah, that'll be a new tool in their arsenal.
I can't feel sorry for anybody that makes millions of dollars for playing a game.
Well, I don't feel sorry for him on a personal level, but
Just him being a man getting raked over the coals for something that
he, you know, he was trying his best to stay out of female entanglements.
Yeah.
You know.
But when they're allowing prostitutes to come back and Me Too you for fucking something they got paid to do as a fucking service, things have gotten pretty shitty. But I mean, let's be honest, guys. In the U.S., we've heard about it, and you know, women have taken male babysitters up for child support just because they went in and said that they were acting as a father figure. You know, a paid babysitter.
Yeah, I think I would hockey mask somebody if they did that to me.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, they can fuck it. They'll make it work, man.
Yeah.
If they can fuck you over, they will make it work. All they need is somebody willing to fucking use it. It's sick.
I had to
CJ, do you want to come on?
This morning was my turn to buy burritos for the boys. And I'm at this place getting some breakfast burritos, and I don't even know who this gal was that works there. And she was overly friendly. I was like, that caught me off guard. You know, you pull up, you go, good morning. Well, my morning's better now that you're here. And I'm just like, oh my God, the pickup lines. I wanted to say, how many kids you got?
Protect your seed. Protect your seed.
Hey, CJ, come on. Get online or get on with us.
Yep. Protect your seed, homie. They'll come take it.
Oh, no doubt.
Oh, I went and got cut on my ex-wife's birthday. We were still married, and that was the best birth control I ever had because never touched each other again. Worked like a charm.
Worked like a charm. See, that's
I got cut after my third kid. I'm like, ah, shit. I'm gonna be 57 when she gets out of high school, and I'm gonna be freaking 61 when she graduates from college. So
that's your youngest one then?
My youngest, yeah.
When's your oldest one getting married?
My oldest daughter is getting married in June.
This is June. Next June?
Yeah.
This June.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say the date.
No. No, because then you'd have a bunch of MGTOW brothers show up and try to
protest.
A peaceful protest.
We're going to try to convince your new son-in-law to not take the leap.
Well, they might stand a chance if she's what you said she was.
Yeah, she's one of the 2%.
Yeah.
Here's the
a rare and dying breed. And I hope she keeps it up for the rest of her life. That's the problem. You can convince them to get married, but keeping them married, keeping them honest, takes a lot of self-control on their part.
Yep. Well, I mean, I've got a neighbor.
Literally every trick in the book is theirs to use.
I've got a neighbor here who's a part of a church group as well, very religious woman, but she's like a religious sailor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
she's a born-again virgin?
No, what's that? No, she's not a pirate, but she talks like a sailor. You know what I mean? Not any of the cursing, but you know, everything else is nothing off the table for her. But she was like, because I mentioned to her about my ex-wife and stuff, right? And she was like, and I'm, you know, about something her friends had told her. And she was like, you know, it's the oddest thing because I love my husband and I enjoy having sex with him. The girls in my church group think I'm fucking weird. I was like, are you fucking serious?
You should have asked, well, dude. Never mind. I was going to say something really.
You should have told her, hey, you shouldn't be talking about your sex life with your church friends.
Well, I guess they get on it too. Don't worry, they ain't saints. They're at the bar on Saturday and in the fucking church on Sunday. Just like the rest of us. But yeah, they think it's weird that she has a like healthy, normal relationship with her husband. Just bizarre.
He must be controlling then and abusing her.
Dude, he's one of the
quietest. Like a Shetland pony.
He is one of the quietest people I've met so far. He's calm. He's quiet. She's the hyperactive one.
Yeah, he's probably got an ankle slapper deluxe.
Oh, maybe.
Either that or he can, lick his eyebrows.
Like a gecko?
Maybe. But yeah, no, it's like even my ex-wife, you know what I mean? Like she's told me stories where she worked in the nursing.
Eyebrows?
No. Like, as I said, they talk too. But yeah, her friends were like, fuck, I wish my husband was all over me. You know what I mean? Because I was all over her. Because I actually loved my ex-wife. I thought she was fucking fine. Right? But yeah. And it's like fucking so weird. It's so weird. You know what I mean? It's so ass backwards with most of them. It's no wonder we had whore houses. We needed them. By golly, once I'm emperor, we're bringing them back.
Right, and they all have a non-disclosure clause.
That's right. Well, we're doing away with the MeToo movement anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Well, even to like discuss anything when they, because they love to talk and they'd love to, see your wife in the grocery store and go, "Hi, Rob was over last night."
Oh yeah. Yeah.
They're just like the ones at your neighbor's church, Mitchell.
Yeah.
They're the crabs in the bucket. They're miserable, so they want to bring everybody else, pull them out of that, getting out of that bucket, and be miserable with them.
Oh yeah, that's all it is. The majority
Women
of
are
women,
like that. They can't stand to see another one of their kind happy.
nope, cannot stand it. Not a bit.
Eric, I hope you were right. I hope that Depp did start their destruction, but they're coming back.
Well,
They're
they're
still
gonna fight.
They're
Well,
still fighting.
Did you see where old Amber Turd's doing these interviews, and she basically admitted that she lied under oath about this, and she's still slandering Johnny Depp. I was like, take her back to court and get another $15 million out of that whore.
That's what
at least get her put in jail for contempt of court.
Well, this lady confronted her on the well, you said you were going to donate $7 million to this charity. Well, actually, I pledged it. No, you spent it, and you lied about it, and you got caught.
Yeah. Well, all these like what do you call them? Media, or I guess entertainment followers and reporters. Like they're all over YouTube and stuff. But they're basically like E! Tonight or whatever, or a miniature version of that. They are like, dude, she is like trying to get fucking sued again. She really is. Just from that one interview that she had with, I can't remember the chick's name because she's so irrelevant. But anyway, she just had that interview. That's where she said like, "Oh, I still love Johnny." Right? Like, bullshit.
I think he could sue her for that.
I think he probably could, and he probably should.
You don't drop a deuce on somebody's Egyptian cotton pillowcase and say you love them.
No.
I don't care if it's 1,200 thread count. The good shit.
If it was a 200 thread count Walmart pillow, it'd be okay though.
Well, then you could actually wipe your ass with it because it'd be like wiping with sandpaper.
Man, what have you guys got against the Walmart sheets? Some of us have no choice.
Nothing. I don't have anything. But I use we got cottontails running around here. I snare one of them and I use them.
Oh.
I gotta say it like Eric Zombro would. Maria Shriver.
Maria Shriver? You talking about Arnold's ex-wife?
Zombro is saying, what wasn't that Maria Shriver?
Shriver. Oh.
Man, you could
otherwise known as Skeletor.
Yeah, you could slice a roast on her cheekbones.
Jesus, she did not age well.
Oh no! You know who else didn't age well is she was married to that Ben Affleck, that Jennifer
Aniston.
Jennifer Lopez,
not Lopez or
Aniston.
No. She was married to Brad Pitt. She was in that same movie. I think he was when he was Daredevil.
Oh,
is it Jennifer?
Oh, Jesus.
Anyway, she just turned 50 like a month ago.
The Electra chick, right?
And then Donny Osmond showed up for her to surprise her because she's a big Donny Osmond fan or something. And I'll tell you what, her eating at a pizza place or whatever with her family and no makeup on, holy shit!
Jessica Alba is what David Smith says.
Jennifer Garner.
It's Jennifer.
Jennifer Garner.
Yeah, that wall has flat smoked her.
Yeah, Jennifer Garner.
Yeah, she looked rough. I mean, rough.
But Jennifer Garner and a couple other girls from that age group, Presley, Priscilla Presley, who were really hot back in the day and did not age well. But one thing they have done is they have stayed with their husbands.
Yeah, that's where you got to give them credit, right?
So if you hit the wall and you're a good wife and you've got your family and you're just doing the best that you can, it doesn't matter if you're good looking or not anymore, because you've got the love of your family, and you can rely on that for being a successful person. You had your career, great, it's over, time to be a mom, time to be a grandma.
Didn't they get divorced though? Jennifer Garner and Ben Affleck are still together?
No.
Oh, Ben Affleck?
Yeah, they're divorced.
Yeah, that's who Jennifer Garner was married to.
Oh, I was thinking about Jessica Alba.
No, Jessica Alba.
No,
and Priscilla Presley.
Jennifer Garner,
I didn't know they were married
the
to each
guy
other.
from oh Jesus, what was that movie series? I can't even remember now. It's so goddamn long ago. Anyway, fuck these people.
Yeah, Jennifer Garner. She and Affleck did not stay together. But apparently, he's an alcoholic and she's a slut. So,
and he's an asshole too.
Yeah.
Hey, did anybody catch Billy Von Baum's potato head and son video today?
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude.
That's some funny shit.
That and the one yesterday, I think it was, where Hunter, was that today or yesterday, where Hunter sent him those movies?
Yeah,
it was yesterday
or the day before.
It's like a live action Smirts movie. I laugh so freaking hard.
Yeah, Billy got some great stuff.
Oh man, does he do some good editing?
Yeah, like I said, man, I've seen some good stuff coming from him and a couple other guys. There was one that I saw today. It was from TikTok, and I think the studio was called Free Cartoon, and they did one of Justin Trudeau and all the leaders here, and basically Bill Gates came in as the Darth Vader fucking character, and of course, what's his name? Klaus Schwab was registered as the new emperor.
Is it Freedom Tunes?
Could be Freedom Tunes.
They put out some pretty good cartoons.
My buddy linked it in Facebook, but I can't take anything from Facebook, right? And I can't fucking get a link to the actual the TikTok, so I couldn't fucking get it.
Manly, did your channel get bumped? Because we got Manly Reloaded.
Yeah, no, Manly Loaded got bumped a while ago.
Oh man, I need to get with the times.
You gotta get with it, homie.
You hanging out in tents out there in the sticks, and you're not hip to what the kids are up to.
That's right.
I'm jealous because I don't watch the news. I try to avoid all this shit as much as I can. It just infuriates me.
Well,
you still find it.
Crazy shit has it in it. It's just escalated.
Yeah. Well, we have, a set of laws and as Mark Dice puts it, a media industrial complex that is hell-bent on destroying our society.
Oh, yeah. Hell-bent.
And I don't get it. I really just don't get it. Why tear it down?
Well, it's almost like they're following every step of a certain manifesto. Control the media, control the schools, the education system.
the
Make
stuff
what?
really started after the Soviet Union fell. It really intensified after that. It didn't really start then, but it intensified after the Soviet Union fell. And there was nobody guiding it from afar. All of this vitriol is coming from within. And I don't understand why they go after guys like Deshaun Watson, and they don't go after other guys who are worse.
What, like, I don't know, Hunter Biden?
Yeah, like Hunter Biden.
Yeah, when you have cocaine and crack pipes on,
you're dead.
And you're on a video, and you got a hooker with you, and you're waving around a handgun that you purchased illegally because you lied on your, was it 4433? You lied on your form when you said, are you a habitual narcotics user or user of illegal illicit drugs? And he said no. He illegally purchased a gun. And then his ex-wife, or maybe it was his brother's widow, that he was
his brother's widow.
She freaking took the gun and went in DC and threw it in a dumpster. And he didn't.
And then you've got an email chain complaining to your mom how you can't be trusted around your nieces because you keep sending them nude pictures of yourself.
Yeah, and is it his dead brother's wife that he's banging?
He was with her after Bo died. He was with her, and then he cheated on her and got a stripper pregnant.
And has to pay child support to the stripper. But he denied until that DNA test came in that he ever had anything to do with her.
So he pulled a fucking Clinton. I did not have sex with that woman.
I don't know if you can trust anything a Parmesan cheese smoker says.
No, generally you don't. But yeah, they don't go after these guys. I mean, I guess some people on the left touch on it, or the right touch on it a bit, but at the same time, they should be fucking. These are the types of people that should be on blast. You know what I mean? Like, he should be a registered fucking pedophile if he's sending nudes to his nieces.
You remember when Jerry Nadler got busted? And he got busted, and the guy turned on him and said, we used to get him Dominican prostitutes, and they were 13 and 14 years old. Whatever happened to that?
Nothing.
Exactly. He was flat out busted. That the hookers testified against him or made a statement. The guy that set the whole deal up, who was the hell was he? Was he a special interest guy?
He was what was known as a bundler. He would go and get all these like little 401cs and bundle all of them together so they could raise money and combine it. And that way, when they reached a certain level of contributions, they got, it's like super chats on Pop.
Right.
You cross a certain threshold and he'll read your stuff on air.
Well, and to answer what Eric is saying here, I think to a point we're all a bit deprived or depraved. We all have, we all have a fucking not so politically correct side. But at the same time, generally most of us draw the line when it comes to underage children.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean? I have no problems with prostitutes. Most fucking politicians all use prostitutes, right? But yet, if one of them were caught with a prostitute, because I know we had one here that was a single dad, right? And a politician, and because he had an escort, he had to resign. They fucking put him on blast. And it's like, he had just an escort once a month type of thing, right? Nothing fucking freaky. He wasn't fucking rolling around in crack cocaine or anything and fucking pissing and shitting on him or anything. You know what I mean? But yet,
That don't
Epstein
sound
Island,
fun.
yeah, Epstein Island, no problem. No problem.
We had a very wise politician here, known for his corruption, named Huey Long. And Huey Long said, never get caught in bed with a dead prostitute or a live boy.
Yeah. Fucking sick. Yeah. I mean, we've got, on this end of the world, we got fucking Doug Ford, the crack smoker, right?
Is he still alive?
Yeah, and he just won his election again.
Man, that guy, they had him on video just going wild.
Dude, we should, you know how you guys are saying like certain states should separate from the US? We should split Canada right down the fucking middle. Because once you get to Alberta, your votes don't even count. Not even close.
That's the same like for my home state of Washington. It doesn't matter what the people of the state want. It's the three major cities on the western side of the state.
Yeah.
Seattle,
Yeah.
Tacoma, and Olympia that make all the rules, and then that they get who they want elected because the rest of the state is fairly conservative.
Yeah, well, see,
But
that's
everybody,
just it. All the East Coast is totally fucking liberal because they're all almost on welfare dime. You know what I mean?
Not upstate New York. Upstate New York's the same way as Eastern Oregon, Eastern Washington, and Eastern California. You know, there's still a lot of Republicans in all those states, but they're less and less every day.
there's a lot of Republicans in Northern California.
Yeah.
And I don't consider San Francisco Northern California. You know, they say Northern California and they include San Francisco. No, San Francisco is about the middle of the state, if I remember. I'm talking
Hemi,
below the Oregon border.
Hemi,
Yeah,
they
but
might have been both crack
Northern
smokers.
California on the coast is about as liberal as it gets because there's all those old hippie communes and stuff.
Yeah, but you go
But you
farther,
get inland.
farther you get away from the ocean, the better.
And welcome, Mr. Hemi Four-Speed.
Evening, gentlemen.
What's going
What
on,
words
brother?
of wisdom do you have to share with us about Deshaun Watson or any other type of female indiscretions and
Well,
malcontent building crap they're doing?
you said that they were sex workers, right?
They're happy. They're rub and tug workers.
Yeah. So, like,
Yeah.
they weren't forced against their will, right?
No.
Like, they took
No.
the money, they took the agreement. It's like, are handies and blowies illegal in Texas?
Nope.
Well, then what's the problem? He
It's
didn't force them, but, like,
No,
You
but
know?
they're willing to
They
say
even
it.
make musicals about handsies and blowies in Texas.
that's what I thought.
They were willing to say it, and they have a court that's willing to entertain it.
Nonsense. No,
It is
like,
nonsense.
it'd be a total different opinion of mine if like, I don't know, he was these were girls he was dating and he pushed this issue upon them or something like that. But
No,
Well,
it wasn't like he went to a sports therapy,
no, he didn't go to
orthopedics.
legitimate massage therapist.
No.
Okay.
You went to
Cool.
a rub and tug.
Like
We all
twin
know what this place is
orchids.
for, right? Like,
Yes.
right. Okay, well, it's ridiculous. One thing though, Chris, it wasn't Doug Ford that's the crack smoking one. It was his brother Rob that was the mayor of Toronto,
I thought
and
they were both
he was
into that.
fantastic.
I thought
You know,
they were
if-
both crackheads.
No,
Rob Ford was the
No,
Toronto
Rob.
guy, right?
I think Rob was the one that admitted to it. He also said about the lady, one person, they confronted him, the reporter, and said, did you say you wanted to eat this lady's pussy? And he's like, no, I've got enough to eat at home. And everybody cracked up about it. He was like the people's mayor, you know, like you could call his cell phone directly as the mayor of Toronto and like usually get a hold of the guy. But Doug, his little brother, is a pale shadow of the man that Rob was. And everybody always like brought up the fact that Rob would smoke crack. But you know what? If he does that in his own time and he's that great of a mayor, I don't give a shit. He can smoke all the crack he wants. He ran the city great. As far as I'm concerned, these straight-laced ones that don't smoke crack are the ones that fuck everything up.
Well, they're doing something else more nefarious, I'm sure.
And one more thing. Have you guys heard about the children's book, How the Prime Minister Stole Freedom?
No. Sounds interesting, though.
Yeah, if you ever want a bedtime story,
I gotta put you on full screen.
I bought this for my kid. It came yesterday. It's a children's book about that prick in Ottawa that we all love to hate.
You mean the one who says that guns aren't meant for defending yourself against?
Yeah, the one
that
calls us a fringe minority.
Emmy, can you read us the book and we'll have story time?
Oh, that's story time.
Story time. Right. That's what we should do. Have a story time of this thing. I don't know. It's not that long, but I don't know. I think it needs a bit more time. I haven't read it once myself yet, so I'm going to go through it now.
Well, hopefully it ends with him swinging off of a lamppost.
Well, here, a spoiler. Yeah, then he's still
Beaver
alive.
sits on his head.
That's like a pussy hat, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
If he hasn't returned yet, I'm still hoping his plane explodes on his return to Canada.
he's a schmuck. But definitely we should read some excerpts out of this book.
Hell, we can make it our new law. If you're this much of a schmuck, you can't run shit.
I'm also trying to get that Matt Walsh book for the kids. You know, the one that, what is it? I Am a Walrus, about this kid who pretends to be a walrus and everybody like kowtows to him, and it's like the next day he wants to be something else. It's kind of like I don't know. It's the Transformer agenda. How, you know, one day a kid wants to be one thing, but they'll change their mind the next. And,
Oh, do you remember that old Dr. Seuss book, If I Had Duck Feet?
yeah.
You know, that kind of fits.
Yeah.
Because the kid winds up, you know, getting all these additions to him, and he finally gets so outrageous the circus won't even have him. And that's back in the day, back in the 70s, that's how they used to keep kids from being Transformers, I guess.
Shame you so bad the circus wouldn't take you?
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, I can't say I remember that one.
The bearded lady, back in the day, you'd be a carnival freak show.
Oh, maybe we should bring those back. You know, we'd have lots of fucking contestants now, or acts.
The girl for eight.
I know a few that could probably grow a pretty good beard.
Fuck, I know a few that still wear their beard. Jesus, that's nasty. Well, who was that guy that was on Dr. Phil that said he was a woman and fucking still had like fucking big old goatee and everything? And it's like, oh my God, you're so fucking mentally fucked. It's not even funny anymore. It's just sad. Just fucking sad.
No. You know, and why is that okay when Deshaun Watson can't even just go get him a little rubby tuggy? But he pays for it. But it's all right to have the rest of society pay for you to get your fucking bottom surgery and hormone therapy.
Yeah. It's all part of the conditioning, but
And when I signed up, you know, my to fight for this Constitution. I didn't see anywhere in the Constitution says I have to, pay for that kind of crap.
Yep.
Very, very close friend of mine back in Washington, my best friends, his little sister had turned 18 and she became a non-binary, and it even says on her Washington driver's license, non-binary. Now they can do that, and she had her breasts cut off at 18 years old, no job. And I said, I asked him, I said, well, who the hell paid for that? And he's like, the state. And I was like, oh man,
We all did.
yeah.
It's just
back in the day. Bye,
I think
Hemi.
his niece, I think his sister. It's his niece, not his sister.
Anyways, back in the day, they tried to settle these people that came to the United States as refugees, and they wanted to give them housing and stuff like that. You might have heard of these people. They're called the Cajuns, and they originally settled somewhere up in New England. And the people were like, "No, get these freeloaders out of here." They were some type of religious group from France, and so they went. This was before the Louisiana Purchase, and they settled in Louisiana and lived in the swamps because nobody else wanted them, and there was nobody living in the swamps except for the Indians. And at the time, they were able to do that because in the Constitution there is nothing in there that's, I guess they called it the public largesse. There's nothing that says we have to provide public largesse.
Mm-hmm.
So if you think about it, all welfare, corporate, individual, medical, any of that stuff is all illegal. It's unconstitutional.
Well, until they write it in.
Yeah, but it's not written in.
Until Lyndon Johnson comes along and creates the welfare state.
Yeah.
Well, that was not a constitutional.
No.
That was a bill. They passed the bill, and then it never got challenged. So all the stuff that they've done, using the welfare state to destroy the family,
Mm-hmm.
using the welfare state to destroy the family court system, the Title IX, all that stuff. It's not in the Constitution. It's not an amendment.
And then they put abortion clinics in the black neighborhoods to control the population of their future voters.
Yep. Democrat voters. Oh, fuck. If they only knew, man. If they only would wake up and realize that, hey, these people that say they're here for us are really the ones fucking doing all this horrible shit to us. Like, fuck, what a different world we'd grow up in. Or, we'd be in. But to be honest with you, I think they should just do a mass exodus. Turn in their U.S. citizenship and go back to whatever country that their heritage is from, because they're just getting fucked here every way, other than getting a victim card, right? But, I mean, it takes a certain type of person to want to go through life as a victim. You know what I mean? Like, they've obviously benefited from it a lot.
When my son and my daughter argue with me, before they stopped talking to me, they were always arguing from the point of a victim and why they should be treated differently because they were being abused
By who?
by, I guess when I was paying them $1,500 a month in child support, I was abusing them.
Wham.
Were you allowed to be with them too?
No, their mother was withholding freaking contact.
Oh, so who was the real abuser?
And I was a deadbeat dad too.
Yeah. No, it's just exactly what my ex-wife did.
Until I finally decided, if my children aren't going to talk to me or be even allowed to, come and see me on my court-appointed days, then why the hell am I paying child support? So I stopped.
The judge will even tell you that access is not access and support. There's no correlation between the two. They're not dependent upon one another.
So you should be able to go take the kids then.
Yeah, they can take me to jail.
Well, that's just it. They can take you to jail. They wouldn't take her to jail.
I don't give a fuck anymore.
They'd look at you and say, "Oh, you'll have to take her back to court because that's a civil matter."
When I did take them to court, nothing happened.
Yeah, nothing will happen. She can do whatever she wants. Yeah. It just costs you money. It just costs you money to go back there, and there'll be no results. The bad behavior will still continue. And do you want to keep spending $2,000 a day to go to court? No.
Nope. I mean, we've got the guys out here on YouTube that are willing to give you the free information that you need to do the opt-out of the Title 4D stuff. So I recommend that anybody that's involved with it, I'm going to do it as soon as it applies to me.
It does work.
Oh, because your kids are down the state.
Yeah, that's right. But that's what I need to save up enough money to do now is to opt out of the illegal contract. You know what I mean? I can't remember what Hammerhand called it.
Title 4D.
Sorry.
No, to opt out, there's a document you can fill out to opt out of their fucking illegal contract. And then they can't have you for child support.
So you're accruing arrears as we speak, are you?
Dude, this day she cut kids off from me, I stopped paying her instantly. $40,000 I think it's up to now. I will not pay them to fucking kidnap my children. So
if you went to the States, you'd be arrested.
Yeah, but I'd rather have a full-on shooting out fucking in my fucking driveway. I don't care. They can, like I said, they can try to fucking come and threaten to take whatever. I do not give a fuck. My kids are being held hostage, and they're doing nothing about it but helping her.
It kind of forces you to stay here to avoid, not being hemmed up by the law down there.
Well, it doesn't matter where I have my fucking shootout with the law. It can be here or down there. Doesn't matter.
Welcome to the stream, Mr. Eric Zumbro.
Easy.
How are you, gentlemen? Hey, Brandon, if you're still going through, I'll be quick, but I just wanted to give you some advice. If you're still going through that where she's not allowing the kids to come for court-appointed visits, you call the police every single time and file a report. Now, nothing happens at first, but as all those reports pile up and you start going to court and having your attorney call the court and make a complaint with the judge, eventually they will address it. I've seen it myself. It works.
I tried that for 2 years and saw nothing. All it did was cost me a lot of money.
Really?
Yeah.
You had police reports and everything?
Yeah.
And nothing happened.
Nothing. Thank you, Texas.
Nothing's gonna happen until they start fucking paying with their lives.
They really won't strong arm the woman to do anything unless the kids were like really small. If they were even close to the age of 12, no judge would do it because it's like the kids at that time are going to decide where they want to go. If they don't want to be there, you're just going to have bad animosity forcing them to come.
Yeah, no, that's true, Hemi.
And that's what the judge said.
Yeah, if they're real little, like like before 5 or something, then they might be. Yeah, no, they'll still force it upon her. But still, if she puts her heels in and says, "I'm not doing it," it's the only way you're going to force her is keep taking her back to court, have her in contempt, and that's just fucking expensive. Holy shit! You
Well,
don't go to court and say, "I want her to cover my costs." She does, and she half the time gets you to cover her costs. You pay for your own crucifixion.
When I take my ex into the courtroom, it's $500 just to get her there.
That's right.
Just to get her there. Not talking about any fucking fees outside of just getting a court date and getting her there. It costs me that. I can't afford to show up with a lawyer. Right? I haven't been able to since the start of it. Somehow she's tried to, basically throw her lawyer bill onto me, which not gonna happen. So
I love
best
that
thing,
one.
the best
Yeah,
thing I
my
can
ex tried
do,
that crap too.
the best
So
thing
did
I can
mine.
do is keep dragging her back until her bill gets so high with her attorney. He either tells her she's got to pay for it, or he's just gonna let her go in alone. Right?
Yeah, my ex's bill finally got high enough that her attorney forced her to sell the house that I had paid for.
Yeah, she doesn't have that. So
you
I couldn't
paid her
believe it.
attorney. You paid her attorney one way or the other.
Well,
But she
yeah,
lost-
but
she
she got
lost
the
the
house
house.
in the divorce settlement.
Yeah.
But in trying to collect the fees, he got the house.
Oh, he'll get his pound of flesh. Don't worry.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
they always get
Oh,
theirs.
oh yeah, that's like what with Amber Heard, like when she said she's broke and can't pay. Do you honestly think that she's really broke? Her lawyers are going to
No.
get paid. Johnny Depp's lawyers are going to get paid. The lawyers and judges get paid first.
Yeah. No, that's just the way it goes. Anyway, gentlemen, I'm gonna go tuck in the little guy here. So I'm gonna pop off for now.
Well, thank you very much, Emperor. It's been good having you on.
Well, thanks
Yeah,
for
hey,
having me,
Chris.
brother. Sorry I came in a bit late, but better late than never.
Coming late, leaving early.
Yeah,
Slacker.
I know.
Just like a woman.
Yeah,
Like a woman.
I'll jump out too to give someone else a chance. Take care.
Well, there's nobody else. Nobody else is wanting to jump on. Eric, stay.
All right, guys.
Someone else will jump in.
Okay.
Unless you want me to stay, but
Yeah, we'd
Yeah,
love
of
to have you
course.
stay.
okay.
Because
Eric
I haven't
doesn't realize.
heard your take on the whole Deshaun Watson thing tonight.
Mm-hmm.
My take on it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's simple. It's BS. And what'll happen is as an overreaction to it, you'll see now they'll push to have all these rub and tug places shut down. And then what'll happen is all the women that were either arrested or locked up, they'll say that all these women got arrested because of the pandemic, they lost their jobs and turned to sex work. So you have, they've created their own problem.
Yeah,
Most of
OnlyFans,
these-
baby.
Yeah, most of these places are ignored by the police. I mean, don't get me wrong. They had these things on every block in New York City. Every block. We knew what was going on, man.
Yeah.
But, it's paid
There
for,
was-
it's controlled. It was funny.
There-
I used to see the Korean guys when we would go to like Chinatown for like details. The Korean guys used to read what the sign said, and it was basically just like you'll see like the ads in the paper or the signs on the street that are in like Korean or Chinese, and it's basically like come in, F us, F us 3 ways to Sunday. It's hilarious, and they just put it out in the open because Americans can't read the language.
Yeah.
Every year when I'd go back home, there's this one. Everybody knew it was a rub and tug massage parlor, and I drive by it like to go to my grandmother's house, and it was there for years. And the same girl with the same. I remember it was one of those pink Ford Probes. It was kind of a pinkish. metallic pink. It sat there for probably 4 or 5 years. I'd drive by there and that car would be there. Then Washington State made marijuana legal. And lo and behold, the next time I went by there, the next year, it was a marijuana dispensary. And the same car was parked there.
That's hilarious.
She made more money selling joints than she did pulling on joints.
It's true.
That's funny. All right, gentlemen. Well, we'll talk to you all later, but I'll be still listening in the back here.
All right, Chris. Have a good night.
Brother Eric.
Talk to you later, Mitchell.
Brothers, good night.
Take care.
Take care, bro.
All right, I finally found Polska Bob on the YouTube. So Polska Bob is now officially a moderator. That means everybody. Oh, did I get Sifu? Sifu, are you a moderator yet?
You know, I was going to try to wrench or going to try to time Polska out before you could wrench him, but then you said you couldn't wrench him, so I didn't do it.
Yeah.
I have never timed anybody out yet. I was hoping Polska would be my first.
Well, I timed out Johnny Midnight by accident and then put him back.
I saw that. You hit him 2 comments in a row.
Well, the damn thing kept jumping on me.
That's funny.
Fuck, where's Sifu? Now I can't find Sifu.
Yeah, no, you didn't wrench him yet.
Elder. Hello, Elder. I don't know if I know you.
Well, hang on, let me throw the camera on
Better not be doing any nasty stuff. Is this Sifu?
Yes,
it is.
Sifu.
Hey, Sifu.
What's up, Sifu? Good to see you, man.
here. Oh no, I wouldn't do anything like that. Ew, that's nasty.
Yeah, well, you had your name as Elder, and I don't know any Elder.
Oh, everyone just calls me that now.
Why? Because you're old?
Yes. But see, I'm a living example to you young bloods, man. I have walked through hell and I've come out the other side.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Have a good night, gents.
kids, I know it's rough because it is hard to fight a hardwired biological urge. But it can be done, not for long, but long enough. Because now I've reached what I call the ascended master stage, man. I mean, I would be just as happy here or in a cave at the top of the mountain. But do you know why the ascended master is always smiling when you see him?
Nope.
Probably from his high-tech waifu.
That's right. He can smoke all the blunts he wants, and his waifu is waiting for him in the back.
And we lost Brandon.
We lost the host.
Now, kids, I got to tell you, a waifu lifestyle is not for everybody because it takes a lot of concentration and the ability to detach yourself from reality to actually construct and sustain a relationship with an inanimate object. And people are going, wait, what? Oh, yeah, man. My relationship with Malaya is more real than my marriage was. Because this bitch don't bother me. She's laying right here in the bed next to me. No, she's not dressed for visitors. Maybe some other time. But yeah, it's like last night I was listening to Reddit YouTube videos and cuddling her until I fell asleep. I mean, how many meatbag women are even going to let you touch them? Unless they figure what's in it for me.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You know, I'm
she's
happy
got a
that you have
perfect
found your
combination,
solution.
baby. Beauty, submission, and silence is pretty unbeatable.
Well, I'd have to agree. It's not for everybody. I personally have just gone monk. I don't need any of that anymore.
I've gone monk, and I don't miss women one bit.
I was like
Not
that girl
one.
that was flirting today this morning. It was 6:45 this morning, and this girl's all smiles and giggles and cheery and flirting. And I just as soon as she said that first thing, when she started being real flirtatious, I just said thank you, And she said, "Well, have a nice day." I said, "You too." And I grabbed my shit and gone.
Just keep it moving. That's right.
Yeah.
And I've been brutally honest with myself on my channel. And I did a video a while back called The Perils of Monk Mode, where my urges almost got me into big trouble. Because you got to remember, man, sure, you may have made it through that first cycle of red pill rage, and it's so refreshing to get on the other side. But remember, it's going to happen over and over. And you got to be prepared.
You talking about the red pill rage?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'm just out. I'm only about 15 months out of a second divorce.
Oh yeah, man. Now it's never going to be as intense as that first time, but don't be shocked when it does happen again. It's one of the things that knocks people off their path. They think they've gone through this catharsis and everything is going to be, unicorns and rainbows the rest of their life. Fuck no, man. We're under constant pressure by people mislabeling us, people who refuse to understand us, and those who spread vile propaganda. But guess what, simple bitches? We're still here. Ain't that some shit?
That is. Welcome
Brandon,
to
is
the
this your first
stream.
live stream?
Welcome, Island Hermit.
What's up? Is this your first live stream?
No, it's not my first.
Oh, it's the first one I'm seeing.
Well, I've got such a small channel, Island. I'm not surprised at that.
Well, I don't think Susan gave me notifications either, though. Yeah, I figured I'd pop on for a minute. I'm doing laundry right now, and then about to go to bed. I'm going out of town tomorrow to work a music festival, so I'm going to be gone for like 4 days, so...
Now, you remember what I told you, Island. You stay away from them goth bitches.
Dude, I got to work with a group of 18-year-old girls tomorrow, or all weekend.
What
You have
are you
been
working, a
looking
K-pop
forward
concert?
to this.
I don't even know who's playing or nothing. I just basically have to I'm like the beer guy, so I gotta take beer to these beer stations, and yeah, they're basically all 18-year-old girls. So
Well, I know you've been looking forward to this, and it's been on your calendar to bang these bitches.
well,
Just
the way I'm
wrap
looking
that
at it,
rascal.
I'm there to work. I'm not going to be hitting on these bitches or anything, but if something falls in my lap, that's a different story. Because, I'm not really, a social dude, but, these festivals are good money, so I'm going to just do my job. And then if something falls in my lap, cool. If not, I ain't really looking for it, so.
Well, I heard that you could catch a serious case of yellow fever at one of them places.
Yeah, I'll probably see my friend's half Asian sister because she's going, so stage 5 yellow fever is going to be kicking in pretty hard.
For your friend's sister?
Well, it's not really he was a good friend, but I haven't seen him in years, and I don't really talk to him like that anymore, so I don't really, I guess he's not really my friend anymore.
Well, if you bang his sister, he sure won't be.
Yeah. Well,
that's one way to prove that he's not
kind of the dude's kind of like a leftist now, so I don't really talk to him anymore. So honestly, he probably deserves it.
Hermit,
What's
I know the hamster has been giving you crap about your solar.
Has he?
Yeah, and he's been right about what he's been saying.
What'd he say?
Well, he's just like you're not realistic about this and that and the other thing, and
Oh yeah,
I
think
don't
remember
think
him saying
hamsters. I don't think hamsters approaching your situation correctly because you're not an engineer, and hamster's an electrical engineer in real life.
Yeah, so
And
he needs all the power.
well, not only does he need all the power, he knows what he's fucking talking about, but he's not communicating it well to somebody who's not an electrical engineer. So if you look at the underwriter's laboratory data plate on your electrical equipment, and you add up all those wattages, and then you want to have a system that gives you 33% more power than those watts of all your electric that you want to have running. That's a general rule of thumb.
Yeah, what I was thinking I was going to do is, you can buy solar generators, and I was going to kind of buy a solar generator kit for like, I don't know, around $4,000. What do you think about that? That'll probably get the job done.
Well,
Just for like
what are the components to this kit?
Hermit, what I would do is I would mix them up because different solar panels collect different types of light. Like you can usually buy the kits in 100 or the panels in 100-watt increments. Some of them, like the ones from Harbor Freight, are better for collecting ultraviolet light, which you're going to be able to collect even when it's cloudy.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought they were all the same. I didn't know that they were different.
There's a whole bunch of there's hundreds of different kinds.
Do they tell you what to do?
Now, brother, the Harbor Freight one you're talking about, I experimented with those when I was homeless. They are called amorphous panels.
Right.
They have a slightly lower output, but they will produce electricity in cloudy conditions.
That's correct. Because they
now
they
the
get
other
it off
one,
the
the
UV.
other style, I can't remember what the name is. They're more efficient, but they need direct sunlight to actually outperform the amorphous panel.
Right.
Yeah, I might need something for like a cloudy climate because believe it or not, Hawaii isn't always sunny. In the winter time, it's the rainy season, so it rains basically all winter instead of snow. So it's a bit cloudy. So
right.
Yes, which means you also have to consider your battery reserve. Now,
which is where I was going to go next.
Oh, all right. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, I'm just echoing your thoughts there because I know you've done this too.
What do you use off grid?
I use lead acid car batteries. I have, I know how much juice I'm going to need, and I have a 4-day backup.
You don't have a lot of stuff that you need it for either, right?
No, the one thing that I'm adding this year, that I didn't have last year is I'm adding a refrigerator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I figure all I need is to power a fridge. I'll probably get a mini fridge, a couple lights, and to charge a phone, and that's really all I need.
Yeah. Now remember, one thing that's very important: if you use car batteries, buy the marine model.
Exactly.
Yes, they're reinforced. And they're able to take those charge cycles much easier than a regular car battery would.
Yeah,
and
I would see people.
You've got to have a backup power generating system. I've got mine set up that I can hook it up to the jumper cables on my van. If I run low, I just park the van next to my tent, hook the jumper cables onto my battery bank, and I can recharge the system that way. I had when it was really deep winter here, and I was having to go and sweep snow off the tent and off the solar panels every 2 hours. I had to do that for a couple of different nights when I was running out of electricity.
Yeah, that's one thing I don't need to worry about because it stays like 75 degrees
No.
all year round in Hawaii.
You don't have to worry about the snow, but you should have a backup environmental system as well.
Yeah,
I'm going to be putting, once I get my tower built, I'm for my water tower, so I can have water pressure. I'm going to have a wind turbine on top of that. So the more,
yeah, I'm still looking at my options for tiny homes too. I'm thinking I might just do a shipping container because that would be the cheapest. But then again, I like the bus conversions a lot too, but those will be a little bit more. I could probably get a shipping container home and like build it out myself for between 12 to 15,000. So
right.
Mhm.
And you need, diversify your power generation so that you're not surprised. Because usually, if the wind's blowing, that means that there's a storm. And if there's a storm, you're not going to get as much solar. So it all evens out in the end. And then have a backup plan where if you have to burn petroleum, you can do it, even with the price of gasoline these days.
yeah, I hope this fucking gas shit goes back to normal by the time I move over there because if not, I'm going to be fucking walking everywhere, dude. Gas is going to be expensive on the island.
Yeah, I just went by my gas station that I use. I don't run ethanol, so I run the clean gas, and it was $5.27 yesterday, I think, and now it's $5.47. No, $5.52. Now,
Yeah, it's jumping up all the time.
Yeah, people are going to riot, dude. This is getting nuts.
I'm
President
fortunate.
Uncle Bad Touch just keeps fucking everything up.
I can walk or ride a bicycle or my motorcycle to work real easy. So if it gets that bad, I'll just walk to work.
Yeah, everything I need is around the corner. My work is around the corner. The gym is around the corner. The store is around the corner. So, like, I could probably do the same thing. I'll just longboard everywhere. So,
you kids and your skateboards.
Yep.
Do you have any thoughts on Deshaun Watson?
On what? I don't even know who that is.
Okay, Deshaun Watson is a quarterback who just got transferred or traded from Houston to Cleveland, and he has 24 women accuse him of sexual assault, and there was 2 grand juries and 3 DA investigations into it.
Call bullshit. He didn't do it.
And no charges were filed.
But he gets
it's to the point today. I don't believe women when they say somebody raped them. I just don't believe them. I automatically think they're full of shit because it's so bad today. And I know so many women in my real life that said some guy did something to them. And then, yeah, it's like, where's the police report? But like, I know a lot of girls in my personal life that said, oh, this guy raped me or whatever. And then you fucking do some digging and then you just figure it out. It was all bullshit. And because there's no police report, they fucking never went to the cops. They just did it for fucking, oh, feel bad for me points. Like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, Mile High Ronin, alternator alchemy.
It's going to get to the point. It's going to get to the point, especially after the Amber Heard thing, where just like nobody believes them at all.
Well, they keep fucking lying. They got nobody to blame
that
themselves.
How long do you think it's going to be before just nobody believes them at all?
That reminds me, the day after the verdict was announced, Amber's lawyer was on the Today Show, and she had all the usual talking points. Oh, we have documented evidence of abuse and the jury just ignored it.
Yeah, abuse for
Okay.
Johnny Depp, that he was the one abused.
Yeah, you got video of him abusing himself so he doesn't abuse her, and you're saying that's proof that he abused her? Wait, what?
Well, didn't they televise that whole trial?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So
Meanwhile,
hundreds of thousands of
Ghislaine
people saw
Maxwell's
that
trial
evidence.
going on. We don't hear word one.
Yeah,
Ain't
that
that a-
trial even woke up
ain't
some
that a
normies
Scooby-Doo
too, because
fucking mystery?
I work with nothing but normies, and all the normies at my work are talking about this, and they're like just pointing out how bad Amber Heard is and shit, and it's like these guys would have never known how bad it was if it wasn't for that.
And if Johnny Depp hadn't had all the money he had, nobody would have ever known.
Oh yeah, if he wasn't like had a bunch of money, he'd be fucked. And he got lucky because Amber Heard was retarded as shit, and she couldn't get her lies all in order. So if she was smarter and Johnny Depp wasn't famous, he'd be fucked. But thank God she
Well,
was retarded.
Didn't he lose 2 cases in England?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, he lost those first 2 cases that he tried. They tried trying this deal in England, and he lost. So then they
Right.
came to America and ended up in what, Virginia? Is that where they did it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
England's really cucked though.
Oh yeah. Yes, they are.
But Deshaun Watson, not only has he not been charged with any criminal stuff, the NFL has decided to suspend him until these civil suits are sorted out.
Yeah,
They have no care whatsoever about all the endorsement deals that he's losing.
Yeah, it's all bullshit. Just like Elon Musk admitted he's going to vote for the right for the first time in his life, and then like literally the next day a false accusation comes out, and it's like, you motherfuckers didn't even try to make this look convincing.
No.
Well, look what happened when Kavanaugh was going up for the Supreme Court, and that Blasey Ford, they bring that woman out, and I don't know if she was a Lexapro victim or lithium or what, but that woman couldn't put a coherent sentence together, and she couldn't keep one lie straight through a paragraph.
No. And the funniest thing about Blasey Ford was she said she was afraid of flying, but she was, then they brought up these records of her freaking flying all over the place.
Yeah. And then they proved that she didn't know him. They didn't know each other. They didn't go to school together.
I don't believe anything these broads say, to be honest.
Then people she said were witnesses to her getting assaulted, they all said, no, I don't even know. I didn't even know her then. I don't even know her now. Yeah. They will stop at nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's why you got to be extremely careful out there. That's why, I get paranoid. That's why I've been monk mode for a little bit, other than a couple of times something fell in my lap, just because I'm so paranoid. Is this going to be the bitch that decides to ruin my life today? You never know.
And poor Deshaun Watson, he wasn't using his morals. He wasn't using his values. He wasn't using principles. He wasn't using any of the stuff that Hammerhand talks about. He was basically just going to a massage parlor and getting a blowjob whenever he got to get a massage. And they went and got those fucking sex workers to sue him. You can't even trust the prostitutes anymore.
Did he do that in a state where it's illegal or no?
Well, it's technically illegal for prostitution in Texas, but you look around everywhere. Every city in the United States has those massage parlors.
Yeah, that's why I just don't do it unless it's if they made it absolutely legal on a federal level. I'd probably treat myself a couple times a month, but it just ain't worth it because you think you're gonna go get your fucking handy special, and next thing you know, the fucking feds or the cops are knocking in your door or some bullshit. Like, it just ain't worth it.
And then, of course, Riggs, Deshaun Watson was working out with his Smith machine.
No. Fuck that Smith machine. But hey, guys, I think I'm gonna jump off though. I just wanted to pop on for a minute. I gotta put my laundry away, and then I gotta try to get some sleep. I gotta fucking be up kind of early to work this festival. So
Yeah, you got some beer to sling and some hose to slay.
I'm looking forward to it, but I'm not looking forward to it at the same time because I literally gotta work from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. Like, I'll be working until probably 2 a.m. tomorrow, and it'll be like that all weekend. And there's just going to be fucking drunk people you got to deal with everywhere. And, like, yeah, some of it will be fun, but then by the end of it, I'll just fucking be glad when it's over.
Uh-oh.
Well, it's going to suck if it's bad music.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of music it's going to be. I just know there's 2 beer tents that I'm in charge of. And I know I'm working with a bunch of 18-year-old girls, which has its ups and downs. 1+, they're all probably going to be hot, stupid, and easy. But then downside, they're going to be fucking retarded because, talking to 18-year-old girls, they're basically fucking retarded. The only good thing that they got going is they're hot and they're fun in bed. So
yeah, as soon as they open their mouth, you're like, oh, that takes a few points away from them.
yeah, because especially like girls today, like one thing I'm curious about, like we probably already know, but how like far left are these bitches gonna be? Like, are they gonna be like using pronouns and shit? Because like I just assume like all these young people today are like retarded like that, especially women.
It seems like they're vast majority of them.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens though. I might do a little live stream over the weekend and fucking show everybody what the crowd looks like or whatever.
That'd be awesome.
Show everybody the festival that I'm at.
Riggs is saying that he believes that the Smith machine touched Hermit's no there.
Yeah, it's like where the Smith machine touch you on the doll. I want to talk about it.
Hey, Hermit,
what's up?
You gotta help me with Dak.
What's up?
Dak is not exercising.
Yeah, I don't know. We can tell him what to do, but if he's not going to do it,
Have you seen my motivational video for him?
No.
Yeah, the fat bastard workout.
Oh, did you have your shirt off? Was it that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen it. Yeah, if I was Dak, I would just watch what I eat and go for walks every day. Because with his medical conditions, I wouldn't be able to tell him what I would tell a normal guy that I'm like most of the people that I train are like in their early 20s or 30s and they don't really have health issues. So like what I would tell Dak would be a lot different than what I would tell these guys. So
yeah, I was trying to get Dak because I didn't do anything really crazy on that video. I just lifted some cement and some water, and then I did some stretching.
Well, see, the main thing for fat loss is you want to eat in a caloric deficit. That's
right.
Why I always tell everybody, download MyFitnessPal, put in all your information, and you have to eat less calories than your body burns. Like, for an example, to maintain my current body weight, I have to eat 3,000 calories every day. If I want to lose a pound a week, I have to eat 2,500 calories a day. If I want to lose 2 pounds a week, I have to eat 2,000 calories a day. And that is the most important thing. If you're fucking eating in a caloric surplus, you're not going to lose weight no matter what workouts you're doing or anything.
You will get in better shape.
It's all energy balance at the end of the day. You don't even have to eat the cleanest foods. Like I remember it was like a few weeks, I don't know, maybe a couple months ago when I was dieting and I got McDonald's and one of the girls at work are like, how are you able to look the way you do and eat that food? And I tried to explain because this is only, I got 2 double cheeseburgers. I go, this is only 875 calories, something like that. And these 2 cheeseburgers aren't going to kill me because even if I just ate those 2 cheeseburgers all day, I'd be in an extreme calorie deficit. So it's calories in, calories out at the end of the day, guys. People complicate this shit way too much when it comes to getting in shape.
They sure do. And I am about, this week or next, I'm going to break the 300 and be below 300 for the first time in 2 years.
Congratulations.
I'm at like 203 right now. I'm trying to bulk back up to 220, and then I'll probably cut down again. So
Yeah. Well, people were like, I don't like the gym. I've never liked the gym, but I like being active. And when I first started losing weight back in December, I could do 3 push-ups, but I weighed over 350 pounds. So I think what my bench was.
You want to know how many push-ups I did today?
No, I don't.
200.
I used to do it when I was younger. I was in really good shape. I was at 180 pounds until I turned 38. But between the end of high school and 38, I stayed right around 180 pounds. And I had an active job. I did lots of fucking push-ups when I was in the Navy.
180 ain't bad.
I'm 6'2", so.
Yeah, I did 100 dips, 100 chin-ups, and 200 push-ups, and then I did some shoulder presses and flies, and that was pretty much my workout today.
I can also take the Sifu weight loss method and get cancer.
I wouldn't recommend it.
No, me neither. So y'all,
have you guys seen that meme? It's like, I lost 150 pounds. I had cancer.
Yeah, I wouldn't wish that on nobody, dude. I hope I never have to experience anything like that. And you can live a healthy lifestyle and avoid a lot of health problems, but certain things you get no matter what, and it's just your luck at the end of the day.
Yeah, I personally want to die of a heart attack.
If I could, I'd live forever, dude. I don't want to die. That shit, when I start thinking about that shit, it freaks me out sometimes.
Actually,
everybody dies. You just got to, if you're going to pick away, just have a short, and then you're gone. That's the way to do it.
Well, actually, if it's time for me to go, let's make it quick. I mean, maybe I want to be like that guy in Vegas, where the beam from the bridge fell on his car, or a Russian tank crewman. You don't feel shit.
Yeah, when it's my time, I just hope it's quick, painless, and fucking that is it.
Yeah, but I'm gonna have to suffer a little more because I misplaced my gift certificate I got for Dr. Kevorkian.
Yeah. I hope I die with an Asian bitch on my dick. That'd be the preferred way to go out.
Well, there you go, man.
That's right. That's called recycling. So y'all,
Kevin,
thanks for letting me hang out for a hot minute.
Do the Kevin Samuels. Do the Kevin Samuels.
All right. See you, Sifu.
All right.
Later, Sifu. Thanks for coming.
Buddy.
Yeah, I'm going to hop off too, guys. I think my laundry's done. I got to put this shit away and then try to go to bed. So, got a long weekend ahead of me.
Yep. Well, have fun. We're coming up on 2 hours, so I think I'm going to end the stream here.
All right, cool. See you guys.
Thanks for coming.
Hermit. Have fun.
Yep. I'll try not to get too many STDs. No, I'm just kidding.
Later. And then there was 2.
Yeah. Well, Abe, always a pleasure, sir.
It's great talking to you. Always enjoy talking to you guys. It's therapeutic.
Yes, it
Oh, I
is.
didn't tell you about that other. I was telling you about that gentleman that tried to delete himself 2 mornings ago. There was another bad wreck in a construction zone about 26 miles south of here. They're redoing the highway, and a truck loaded with wet cement, dump truck loaded with wet cement. Because they're paving. They're putting new highway in.
Right.
And so he was delivering it to the paver, and it was, I believe it was an illegal working for a subcontractor out of Denver, Colorado. And if you saw these trucks, these dump trucks, they were clapped out. I don't know how they'd pass a DOT. Anyways, he was going southbound, and it's 2-lane because they're making a divided 2-lane highway on each side. But they have traffic diverted into just 2-lane, and there was a bunch of cones set up, and there was a cut in the cones where the dump trucks could go and cut across and get onto the other highway where they're currently working. And this guy at 60 miles an hour, and he was slowing down. He turned and cut right in front of a full-size 1-ton Ford pickup that had 3 people in it. And he hit the driver of the pickup. They hit that cement truck or that dump truck so hard it took out the steer axle. But the whole side of that truck was demolished. The whole driver's side of the truck. It killed the driver. It killed the passenger behind the driver because it was a crew cab, super crew. And then I believe there was a child or a younger adult in the passenger seat, and that person made it.
That's terrible.
Yeah,
but Corey, everybody gets a wrench. You're not going to be special and not have one. Because when MGTOW Cowboy comes in here, y'all have to be on your game. First bit of waffling.
So everybody gets a wrench except for Cowboy. Well, that's a good anti-waffling device, because if he knows that there's 35 people in the chat that'll nuke his butt, he better be on his A game.
Yeah.
All right, Brandon, I'm gonna get off of here.
I've got some. I've been remembering some good shorts for my jokes. So I guess
I did like the Canadian Club one. I laughed at that one. That one got me.
Oh, that's an old one.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I remember seeing those commercials when I was a kid and the TV shows, and it'd show those guys up there clubbing seals. And when you're a little kid, you're just like, oh, careful, everybody, you know. And
well, they had a Saturday Night Live skit on that back in the 70s when John Belushi and Bill Murray and Dan Aykroyd were on there, where they were out there, bam, bam, beating the hell out of these little Canadian, and then they'd go back, hey, Canadian Club. That's where I saw it back, Saturday Night Live back in the 70s.
Back when it was funny.
Yeah.
We were just talking about that at work the other day. Talking about the Saturday Night Live, and back when Eddie Murphy was in there with like Mr. Robinson's Neighborhood. You know, and those skits where he was Gumby and all those other skits, you know, the cheeseburger skits, you know, with Belushi. And yeah, that was back when that show was actually funny. Now it's so woke, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, I've got Mr. Bill as my sometimes on Discord I'll be Mr. Bill. And those Mr. Bill skits were so funny. Oh no!
Yeah, oh, they were. Oh. All right, Brandon, I'm gonna bounce.
Peace out, brother.
We'll
and everybody else, don't get married. Don't even trust the prostitutes. Monk
Your hand
mode.
will not sue you.
No, it won't.
Later, gentlemen.